But they don't look like me. They don't talk like me. But they don't look like me. And they don't talk like me. But they don't look like me. And they don't talk like me. But they don't look like me.
There it is, that sweet, sweet music. It means only one thing, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for another round of the Comic Shop. I'm Pat Mest, as always, and with me is my buddy Eugene. How you doing today?
Pretty darn good.
I gotta tell you, it's pretty exciting right now in our world right now, the comics and pop culture, because we got a lot of stuff that's been going on. First and foremost, it is Captain America Week. How excited are you?
My nipples are truly hard, and I'm going to paint them like little Captain America shields.
Oh, that is super unclassy, but I admire your dedication. I just actually bought a Captain America shirt, which is hiding my erect nipples at the thought of seeing Captain
I'm pretty
America.
cheap, so...
Hey, you're bringing... I admire your love for the
I'm
Cap.
just going to pen it in with some, like, gel pens.
Ooh, that is all sorts of hot, question mark? If that really happens, you got to put a photo up on the website for me. And for everyone else.
It probably won't happen.
Let us be a part of this. Let's share. Let's share. Sharing is caring. But yeah, Friday, Thursday, Captain America coming out, hitting the big screen. Pretty excited.
Do you want to go do a midnight showing?
I'm going to go to a midnight showing at the Oak Tree. You should pick up some tickets. They're still available.
I might just do that.
Go on Fandango. If you want to hang out with us, we'll be there. The 12:01 showing at the Oak Tree Theater in North Seattle. It's going to be legendary. And the Dark Knight Rises teaser hit last week, playing before the Harry Potter Part 2, which was also epic.
Dude, if you want, we actually wrote a blog piece about it. You can go to our blog at www.thecomicshopofficial.com and read that article and see the trailer and, kind of get our personal thoughts about how, the whole saga ended. And you know what? In my opinion, it was a great way to end 9 movies.
Oh, it was fantastic. And I think the great thing about Part 2 is because Part 1 really lays all the foundation and sets all the story up. So Part 2, you're getting all meat. You're just
all
getting
action.
all action, all the climax. It's just a non-stop thrill ride. Fantastic end to the series. I really enjoyed Part 2. It was fun. And just as much as that, I loved the Dark Knight Rises teaser. What'd you think of the teaser? It's only a minute long, and you don't see a ton, but it's still pretty exciting.
I was excited that, they started to release things about it. That means they're actually getting pretty close to, actually giving us some meat and potatoes.
Mm-hmm. Well, I believe I read that they're I think they have like another month left of actual filming left. I think they're in Pittsburgh now filming some scenes. But last week, I think the week before was when they released that poster, which is pretty cool. And then they did the teaser. It kind of starts off with a little montage. You hear Ra's al Ghul, Liam Neeson, doing the voiceover of some stuff that he told Bruce. And, Batman Begins, if you make yourself more than a man, you become legendary. And then it shows a clip from Batman Begins and Dark Knight. And then it cuts to Gordon. He's very sick and raspy in the hospital bed.
Do you want to hear something really funny?
What's that?
I actually saw that trailer leaked about a week early, prior to Harry Potter coming out. And it had so many dislikes because everybody thought it was fake.
Everyone thought it was fake.
Everybody
really?
thought it was a fake trailer.
That's brutal. But I thought it was really powerful because Gordon says, we were in this together, and then you were gone, and now this evil rises. The Batman has to come back, so implying that the Batman is no more at this point in the film. And you hear Christian Bale's voice, but you don't know if he's Bruce Wayne or if he's dressed as Batman. And then you see a few clips of Bane. And then you see Batman actually standing toe-to-toe with Bane, and that shit was intense. What were you thinking when you saw that scene of Bane staring down
I was a
Batman?
little scared for Bruce.
I was terrified. He's backing away. He looks tired, man. He looks worn out.
But
Bane's just hulking over him.
The Bat does not back down. He simply steps back to reassess the situation to kick ass.
I hope you're right, good sir, because I was genuinely concerned for our friend, the Batman. Bane looked real intimidating to me. And so, yeah.
So, do you know if Catwoman's supposed to be in this movie as well?
She's going to be in this movie. That's another question I want to ask you. We don't know what her role is going to be because she was not in that trailer, or teaser, excuse me, at all. I mean, what do you Do you think she just kind of complicate things? Is that going to be a love interest? What do you see?
You know, I'm hoping that she's actually going to be a love interest. Now that the other girl died in the last movie, but you know, she's the queen of crime, and she kind of falls along that same tilter that Batman does, in the sense that yeah, she does a lot of things that are, you know, outside of the law. You know, she steals, and you know, she's a cat burglar. You know, that's where she gets her thing. But at the same time, I can see her being a little bit of a heroiness.
Definitely.
You know, just, you know, even though like she's probably, you know, stealing Jade cat figures, you know, some kid might get almost hit by a bus and she might swing down to go kick him up, or, you know, that's just a scenario, but that's also something I would just love to see.
Oh, definitely. I think you could see her as kind of doing the reluctant kind of hero, you know, kind of stuff a little bit. She's going to be bouncing around. Catwoman walks the line very finely between good and bad, and that's what makes her a fun character. But that teaser got me excited. That was fun stuff, and I look forward to seeing, you know, an actual like 2-minute trailer or something soon. Yeah, good stuff. But
we have some other news in
Big
the
news.
World of the
Breaking
comic
news,
shop.
Breaking news. We're going to our correspondent Eugene, who's on the front line. What do you got?
So in August, we will be launching a brand new show along with it's not going to take away from the podcast show, which, you know, we're still going to be doing every single week. But, you know, we've sat down, we've been listening to a lot of requests from our listeners and fans, and, you know, we've kind of set something up where every week we're going to be releasing a 15-minute episode of the comic shop, where I'm going to be hosting, going out and doing interviews and, you know, a lot of live action stuff. We're probably going to shoot some smaller bits to basically upload to make everybody laugh. And Pat will be the forerunner on the podcast from here on out.
Yeah, you'll notice the steady decline in quality. It's just going to be me talking about Spider-Man exclusively for like 30 minutes each week, and everyone's just going to be sick of it. And eventually it'll get canceled, and people will talk about it like, oh man, that show had so much promise. But it'll be good stuff. It's good stuff.
Am I the guy who's bringing quality to the show?
It's a very thin margin, but I'll give you that for right now. It's very thin, but we're holding on. So,
all the back-end production work.
Yes. But, as mentioned before, it is Captain America week, so I think we're going to transition back into... We thought it'd be fun to do a little bit here where we're going to talk about our 5 favorite badass fights that involve yours truly, Captain America, the Sentinel of Liberty. These span various incarnations of Captain America, early comics, the Ultimate Universe, just a nice wide range, just some favorites from over the years.
A whole bunch of badassness.
Oh, it's very badass. You're going to hear that word a lot. This, in fact, drinking game right here. Every time we say badass, take a shot. I think you'll be hammered within the next 2 or 3 minutes. So
badass.
Yes.
Oh, there's a shot. So,
all right.
Let's go to number 5.
I'm going to start off with number 5. This one is iconic, and it really ties in well with the movie. This is the first time that the Cosmic Cube comes into play between Captain America and the Red Skull. Tales of Suspense, number 80 and 81 from 1966. The cover is iconic. Look it up. The Red Skull has obtained the Cosmic Cube, which, for those of you who don't know, it can transform any wish into reality without any consequence. It is ultimate power, Eugene. Think about that. I want you to think about what you would do with the Cosmic Cube while I finish this. And essentially, the Skull has the Cosmic Cube, and Captain America, in an epic final showdown, outsmarts the Red Skull by pretending to be under the influence of the Cube, and he says, I will be your slave, I will serve you, Red Skull, in world domination. And the Red Skull thinks this is a result of him having the Cube, that he wanted Captain America to serve him, so now he is. But no, Captain America is much stronger than that, his will. He lays a beatdown on the Skull and saves the day, and the Cosmic Cube is lost at sea.
Aww.
Yeah, but the cover is truly iconic. Look it up. Jack Kirby, great stuff.
World peace and a better jawline.
Yeah!
Because I have a double
You can't
neck.
break his American spirit.
Okay, number 4. Everybody remembers the Civil War. You know, you had a whole bunch of superheroes basically breaking sides, and at the forefront was Iron Man, and on the other side was the Captain. And there was this very iconic fight between the two, where the sides were just clashing and hitting heads, and, you know, things were being destroyed, and everybody was watching. And right as Captain America was about to just lay that finishing smackdown on Iron Man, some EMTs and some police officers run in and grab him and pull him off of him. And that's where he has this great realization that we're fighting for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be fighting for them and not for ourselves. And he basically gives up right there, even though he had just kicked the crap out of Iron Man.
Real bad. One of the best I'd seen.
He gives in and says, "Take me away." And
he tells the other guys on the anti-registration team, "Stand down, men. That is an order." And they listen because he's Captain America. So
I'd listen to Captain America.
Yeah, the Civil War was good storytelling. That was good. That was fun stuff. All right, number 3, Eric Kaiser and Ultimates Volume 1. Real quick, they were some shape-shifting aliens who had infiltrated S.H.I.E.L.D. and the government, and at least this epic climactic showdown between the Avengers, or the Ultimates, and these aliens. And the guy is just putting a beat down on Captain America, and he asks him to surrender, to which Captain America says, "Surrender? You think this letter on my head stands for France? Boo!" Then he lays the smackdown on Eric Kaiser and wins the day. It's kind of the common theme. Lays smackdown, saves the day.
Badass.
But yeah, I mean, it's some people might find it kind of cheesy. Oh, you know, France and being weak. I don't know. It works. It's funny. It's hilarious.
I want to ask a French person about it.
I don't think a French person would appreciate it, but as a reader, I was like, yeah, get it.
Number 2, Frank Simpson versus Captain America in Ultimate Comics. Frank Simpson is basically Captain America, but from the Vietnam War, very, very 60s era. And, you know, the Vietnam War did just a number on a lot of soldiers. You know, a lot of experimental drugs, and a lot of soldiers just ended up going AWOL in Vietnam. And basically you have Frank Simpson, who wants to be the only Captain America. He basically takes Steve Rogers, puts him into a cell, tortures him with anti-American propaganda, and Captain America just is a broken man, and he's on his knees, and he's praying to God. And right as he's praying, he sees a snake come into the cell. He picks up the snake, bites the head off, sucks up the venom, and as Frank Simpson walks into the room, ready to kill him, he spits the venom into his face. Just one of the most badass moments in comic book history.
Oh, it's fantastic. I mean, he has literally resigned himself to death. He is praying to God. This is his last will. And somehow, of all creatures, a snake comes by at that moment, the venom. He then beats up Simpson.
Which, you know, is very Bible-esque.
Oh, it's very biblical. I mean, the snake represents, you know, doesn't exactly represent positive things usually.
No, it's... Well, it represents death and evil.
Yeah, the first sin of man.
Yeah.
So it's very iconic. It's great. That one's very new. That one just came out this year, but it's very powerful. Good stuff.
So, Pat, what is our number 1 badass moment, badass fight for the Captain?
This one was really no question. It is iconic. It is the first appearance of Captain America, 1941, issue number 1. Right on the cover, it's Captain America in his red, white, and blue glory just popping Adolf Hitler right across the kisser. It's pure World War II American propaganda, and I loved it. It's badass. It was really a question of 2 through 5 for this, because we had to throw that one in at number 1. I mean, come on.
Adolf Hitler?
Yeah, punching Adolf Hitler right in the face. So there you go. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, and if you haven't seen the Dark Knight Rises teaser, check it out online. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with more on The Comic Shop.
Booyah!